Hi, I'm Streaky from Streaky.com. Today I'm answering questions from the comments. So today's Friday, so Friday means hashtag Ask Streaky, and I'll answer any questions that you give me in the comments from the videos that I do during the week. If you're new here, I'm Streaky, a mastering engineer. I've been mastering for about 25 years, super high-end to super low-end stuff, everything in between. I'm on YouTube talking about hi-fi equipment, reviewing headphones, speakers, pro audio equipment, giving my general thoughts and tips and tricks on mastering and mixing and anything sound in general. Go to streaky.com to check out other stuff that I do. So today is hashtag Ask Streaky. Fridays is where I answer questions from the comments below. So first off is No Name from 5 days ago. How do you customize, modify equipment? What's the process go like? Does someone help you with it? Okay, so do I do my own customization? Well, yes and no. To a point, I think this is referring to a video where I was saying about changing some valves in equipment. Things like that, very easy to do. Quite happy to slot some valves in, have a listen, slot some out. I'll solder some cables and check out some cable if I like that. I'll certainly set my equipment up because I'm a sound engineer, so I know how to do that. So I'll plug new stuff in and that kind of thing. So when it comes to modifying the room, then yeah, I'll get involved with that too because I like to know about stuff. As you know from this channel, I like to get involved with most things. However, if I'm actually building a bit of equipment, so for example, I've got a custom MS box down there that I've had made, then I'll speak to various different techies that I know and ask them the best way to build that box, the most minimalist way, so that it's doing all the functions that I want it to do with the least amount of cables, and then look at things like that and then try stuff out, listen to it, send it back, listen to it again. So yeah, with that kind of thing, I need some expert advice from someone who knows what they're doing because my brain doesn't go that far, but basic stuff, I always like to get stuck in, try stuff out, move things around. When I've worked at studios, they don't let you do that. So it's quite frustrating for me when I've worked in a big studio complex like Metropolis, where you have a whole department based around fixing rooms. You're not allowed to unplug stuff. If you watch this channel, you know that that's quite annoying. Anyway, yeah, that's how I do it. Next question is from Melio D, who says, Hey Streaky, would you prefer mixing on budget speakers within a treated room and using something like Sonar works, room calibration stuff, or straight on high-end headphones? So I would personally say I'd do the first one because I think Sonar works is going to clean up the budget speakers to a point. So obviously the components are still the same, so it can't do anything to do with that. And Sonar works can't do any room treatment, but it will certainly make the speakers flatter and get you those speakers so you can actually hear them working properly. So definitely do that. Treatment, I would have treatment in the room, so left, right, top, front, back, so that reflections are covered. So yeah, for me, I would go for the first option. Now, headphones are really important and they're great as a kind of reference, and obviously Sonar works on those too, but something for me personally, I think just being able to move around a room and sort of have a bit of room feel when you're listening to something and when you're recording or mixing is really important. And I think as long as you can try and get those speakers as higher end as possible and then use some calibration software on them and on the room like Sonar works, then I think you're in a better place just generally than sitting on headphones all the time. I do think headphones have their place, but I think it's more as a kind of extra reference rather than exactly what I want. But if I didn't have any treatment and I just had Sonar works and the thing, then I'd probably be thinking high-end headphones because I wouldn't want the reflection points. So I think the first option. So third question from Daniel Benjamin is, Hi Streaky, do you use shielded? Oh, hello, you all right?
You got a collection for me?
I have, yeah. Do you want to come in and say hello?
Hello.
Sorry, UPS man. I'll just, that's all right.
That's it. Awesome, well done.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Nice
Cheers.
one. See you soon. So the next question from Daniel Benjamin. Hi Streaky, do you use shielded or unshielded cables for your studio, and do you recommend the Volvox cables? I've never heard the Volvox cables, so I can't really recommend anything that I haven't listened to, so no, I don't recommend those. And the first part of that, shielded or unshielded? Shielded every time really, because there's so much stuff going on in the room that, I don't know, you can't risk it. Why have unshielded, basically? You tell me. Maybe you know in the comments, but all my cables have always got thick shielding on. I can recommend LAT cables basically, or cord cables are good, and also Van Dam's on the cheaper side. Okay, Clips, thank you. He says he enjoys watching the videos. Wish you made them a bit longer. Question time. What is your favourite food? All right, okay. Favourite food, lobster pasta. And thoughts on UAD versus analog. Okay, so UAD, I think it depends on what you're doing and what you're using them for. If you're using stuff for mastering, if you're out of the box for mastering, you don't need loads of each instrument or each bit of equipment. So I would say for me, UAD, for certain things I quite liked it. I liked the pull tech on there, just running through that, doing nothing when I used it. I liked the tape simulator, that was good. I haven't really had a massive extensive look at their new stuff. I know that the Massive Passive was really close to the original. I know that UAD plugins are extra good. I know they're really well made, but you're stuck into a box. So if you're using them for mixing, obviously all day long. If you've got it so that you can travel with it, even better. But I think it's just a no-brainer really these days to use plugins in general, but UAD because they sound really good. So you can have loads of them on stuff. So yeah, definitely UAD for mixing and recording. For mastering, I don't necessarily think that they're required. If you're out of the box like I am, there's plenty of stuff I've got that I don't need to lean on UAD, so I haven't really gone down that road. If you're in the box mastering, then yeah, UAD, great, why not? So that's kind of the way of working with plugins versus the analog stuff that I've got. But if you are just talking purely on the sound basis, I think that, yeah, UAD is probably one of the top sounding stuff out there from what I can remember when I used it against other stuff. As I say, the Manly's very close. Some of their other stuff's really close. So yeah, I think it's probably one of the best options if you're mastering and you're in the box. Failing that, I don't think that it has the same depth as analog equipment. Obviously, it doesn't have the same sort of feel, so you can't sort of play with it in the same way. I don't think it has the same texture as the analog stuff, but it's super close. For me, it's that 3D-ness that you get from analog equipment. But, you know, saying that, if you've got really bad converters or if you're in a situation where the quality of your equipment that you're using isn't that great, then, yeah, obviously UAD is probably going to be a step up rather than a step down going out the box. So, yeah, that's my thoughts. So the next question is from Estbound Beats. How would you say this compares to something like the FabFilter MB? Okay, so this was from my video that I did on the TubeTech multiband. So the FabFilter, I think I said in that video that the FabFilter is very functional, and I really like the FabFilter. It's great. It's got good uses as a multiband, but it's very flat. It's not as three-dimensional as this unit. This has got tubes in it, so it's kind of rich. And I said in the video, it's very musical. I'll link the video up there. Multiband is good for certain things. I think it can be overused. I think if it's in the wrong hands, it can be dangerous. It can certainly, when it comes to mastering, you can change the mix quite dramatically, which isn't always what the producer's looking for. So definitely be cautious with that. No, this is a totally different beast to the FabFilter. This is kind of really musical, analog warmth, probably not as fast as the FabFilter. FabFilter's super quick. I love the FabFilter for the way that you can see what you're doing by pulling the reach and things and sort of going in tighter on stuff. You don't really get that from the TubeTech. So the TubeTech's kind of more general, and you don't sort of have a Q factor and things like that. So it's a kind of different beast, really. The FabFilter is much more sort of detailed, where that is kind of more open, more of a mastering thing, or just sort of a drum thing where you just want to grab a whole section and push it. You know, with the FabFilter, you can go in quite tight, not as tight as sometimes you'd like to go, and like really get it moving. So yeah, that's how I see the difference. Two different things for two different situations, really. So dissimilar. And also the price is massively dissimilar, because that's about $5,000 and the FabFilter is about $200. So the final question is on email, so we haven't got that coming up. It was from somebody saying he's been a live recordist, sound recordist, and kind of front house man, you know, and doing sound design and things like that. He's very much interested in mastering, and he's in his kind of 40s. So is it a good thing for him to change at that stage? So being someone in their late 20s, obviously it's hard for me to look that much forward, but I would suggest that you're never too old really to start something new. I think the practicalities of it are probably have got family, you've probably got children, you've got other things that are in your life that you need to sort of worry about, so you need to bring money in. So are you going to be able to charge, you know, top money straight away? Are you going to have the clients in? Are you going to be able to network as much as someone who's younger? If you can do all these things, then yeah, great, of course you can. You've got another 20 years of your career left. You know, there's some of the big mastering guys are 65, 70. So yeah, you've probably probably got another 20 years. You're halfway through your career. So if you don't like what you're doing, yeah, switch it up. Why not? But it's going to take you 5 to 10 years to just get yourself to that level. I'd probably suggest to somebody, why not like keep what you're doing? And then I would do evenings and weekends, first of all, to build up that clientele and to get people to know that you're actually a mastering engineer, because that's going to take some time, because they've obviously already put you in a box as a sound recordist or, you know, whatever you're doing now. So I think if you can do it after work, if you can do it at weekends, then yeah, do that. Build your clientele up until you're at the point where you can get rid of the day job and do that. I don't think age is really a problem. I think it's just more, have you got the energy to do it? Have you got the drive to want to do it? I think the problem with a lot of people is that they kind of see the end goal and they don't want the journey, but the journey is going to be that 10-year or 5-year period of growing and learning your craft and taking the stuff that you obviously already know. If you're already in the industry doing some kind of sound, you're going to be halfway there anyway. But it's actually, what do you want to get from it? Do you want to be a top of the range mastering engineer? You're going to have to get a lot of contacts. You're going to have to build a database of clients and people to get to know you, and so that's going to take some time. So are you prepared to do that? What are you trying to achieve from doing it? Is it just the fact you want to stay in music, or is it the fact that you love mastering so much and you love the intricacies of it? And also, do you think in 10 years time, when the market has moved, is there still going to be a need for a guy, you know, that's doing that at that level, you know, or is it going to be just the sort of really high end guys left, or, you know, is there only going to be a few people? I don't know. Who knows? It's 10 years away, so I don't know what's going to happen. But I would say if you are looking to change, yeah, age isn't a problem. I just think it's your energy and whether you've got the drive and the tenacity to keep going for that 5 to 10 years that's going to get you to where you want to go, wherever that might be, you know, so, and however much money you need to earn and what stature you want out of it. So, you know, that's really a question you need to ask yourself. But yeah, of course, anyone can change at any time. It's not an age thing, it's just an energy thing. So yeah, that's it then. That's the hashtag #AskStreaky. If you've got any questions you want me to answer next Friday, then please put it in the comments below or in the comments of one of my other videos that I do every day. Please make sure you've rung the bell below so that you have subscribed. Lots of people watch the videos but haven't subscribed, so please do that. If you want to use me for mastering, see, and I'm talking about mastering, there is a code below to get a discount. So yeah, till next time, thanks for watching. Bye.